Shekinah Garner and Sarper Duvans betting on 90-Day Fiancé did not have a happily ever after ending for the couple. Shekinah and Sarper were first seen in The Other Way Season 5, in which the Los Angeles-based single mom traveled to Turkey to live with Sarper. Shekinah had met Sarper on a dating app and became his first girlfriend. Despite Sarper being 45 years old, Sarper had been married in the past, but he'd never been serious about any woman until he crossed paths with Shekinah. Meanwhile, she helped Sarper erase his bad boy past. Sarper and Shekinah disagreed over the idea of having kids or him still keeping trophies that reminded him of the 2,500-plus women he'd bedded before her. While Sarper moved to the U.S. on 90-Day Fiancé Season 11, he was not too keen on marrying Shekinah and only did it because the clock on his K-1 visa was ticking, and he wanted to be together with her. Sarper and Shekinah eventually married in a unique 90-Day Fiancé wedding on a bed. While theirs was celebrated as the 90th wedding in the 90-Day Fiancé franchise, it fizzled quickly. Sarper and Shekinah arrived separately at the reunion in New York. Sarper admitted he regretted marrying Shekinah. He said they would have been happier if they hadn't gotten married. Sarper told host Sean Robinson that their married life was a roller coaster with its ups and downs. Shekinah claimed that their honeymoon period was over really fast, and they didn't even have a honeymoon. It appears Sarper also never bought Shekinah a wedding ring. Shekinah said that their dynamic changed after Sarper came to America, and he struggled to fit in and live in her space, via Extra TV. As per Shekinah, Sarper going through really bad depression brought up a lot of anger from him and her. Sarper had always been a control freak, and losing control in his new life made him feel depressed. He said he didn't like the marriage because it brought a lot of new responsibilities and duties into his life. He felt that being dependent on Shekinah was the biggest nightmare in his life. Both of their egos were big, and they clashed, leading to an avalanche of issues. Sarper and Shekinah had been sleeping in separate rooms. In October 2023, Shekinah and Sarper were one of the new couples introduced to 90-Day Fiancé, The Other Way viewers during Season 5. During QA sessions on their individual Instagram stories after their debut, both answered fan questions about potential wedding plans. They each revealed they had no intention of walking down the aisle anytime soon. Shekinah was the first to be asked when a wedding might happen, after one follower commented, "Can't wait to see you both as husband and wife," prompting her to explain that marriage wasn't currently in their plans. Shekinah responded to a fan's question by posting a mirror selfie of herself and Sarper in an elevator. Alongside the photo, she shared her perspective on marriage, writing, "Thank you, but we don't really feel like we need to be married in order to be happy together forever." She further elaborated, calling marriage a cultural conditioning and dying institution. Still, Shekinah added that if Sarper were to propose, she would say yes, showing she remained open to the possibility. When asked by a fan on Instagram, "Will we be seeing a wedding and children in the future?" Sarper responded with a photo of himself kissing Shekinah. In his reply, he downplayed the importance of a formal ceremony, writing, "Wedding is just a signature on paper. The main thing is putting that signature to heart." His comments suggested that emotional commitment held more value to him than a legal marriage, reflecting the couple's unconventional approach to their relationship. Sarper admitted to experiencing depression after relocating from Turkey to Los Angeles to be with Shekinah. In a vulnerable moment, he revealed that his emotional state fluctuated between feeling like a 10 or a 1, but he was mostly a 1, indicating persistent low moods. He described feeling useless and overwhelmed by his new environment and lifestyle. At one point, Sarper even confessed he considered buying a one-way ticket back to Turkey to escape the emotional burden. His struggles highlighted the serious mental toll the transition and cultural shift had on him. A major source of Sarper's depression was the sudden loss of independence. Unable to work in the U.S. until after marriage, he felt financially and personally restricted. He openly said he felt like an inmate, frustrated by the lack of freedom in his day-to-day life. Accustomed to being active and self-sufficient in Turkey, Sarper found the adjustment difficult and emotionally draining. The contrast between his old life and the limitations he now faced in Los Angeles left him feeling trapped, deepening his depression and straining his relationship with Shekinah. Shekinah is a licensed esthetician with over 20 years of experience and made significant career sacrifices to support her relationship with Sarper. Frequent trips to Turkey disrupted her ability to maintain a steady client base, causing financial strain. After relocating to Los Angeles, she lived in a small, costly apartment that doubled as her workspace, limiting business growth. Additionally, Sarper's visa restrictions prevented him from working, increasing financial pressure on Shekinah. Despite these challenges, she remained committed to their relationship, balancing her professional sacrifices with her personal goals. Sarper was once known for his wild, bad boy lifestyle in Turkey, openly admitting to having slept with over 2,500 women. He embraced a carefree, party-filled life, gaining a reputation as a charismatic playboy who enjoyed dating multiple women without commitment. However, when Sarper met Shekinah, he made a deliberate decision to leave that lifestyle behind. Determined to prove his seriousness, he gave up his partying and casual relationships to focus on building a committed, stable partnership with her, showing a more mature and devoted side. Despite his commitment to Shekinah, Sarper has admitted to missing his past life at times. The excitement, freedom, and social connections he once enjoyed are difficult to forget. Adjusting to a quieter, more responsible lifestyle hasn't been easy, and he has reflected on the fun and wild experiences he left behind. These feelings reveal the personal sacrifices Sarper made for love, highlighting the tension between his desire for stability and the pull of his former bad boy identity. Sarper was fiercely independent, living a playboy lifestyle filled with freedom to meet and date many women without commitment. He enjoyed the excitement and control that came with this life. However, after meeting Shekinah, his world changed. She often tracked his location, causing tension and limiting his independence. Sarper has expressed regret, wishing he had never met her, as the relationship forced him to give up his carefree lifestyle. This loss of freedom and constant oversight left him feeling trapped and conflicted about his new life. Shekinah struggled to trust Sarper due to his past and ongoing behavior. Sarper admitted to being intimate with nearly 3,000 women, which deeply unsettled her. Despite his claims of faithfulness, Shekinah remains skeptical, questioning whether he can truly change. She has said, "If he can't own up to his mistakes, he does not have the type of character I need in a man, and I can't be with him." Past relationships and accusations of dishonesty have intensified her doubts, leaving their future uncertain and their bond strained even after 90 Day Fiancé Season 11 ended.